Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, so this video I wanted to make, I wasn't planning on making another video until after I was done with finals, but this has been on my mind and I just wanted to make a video as soon as I got home, what was fresh in my head. And I wrote notes, so if I keep on looking down, that's why. So anyway, I wanted this video to be about the misconceptions and misunderstandings other Muslims have when Muslims like me are bringing in pro-LGBT interpretations of Qur'an and Islam. And I think there's several reasons for that misunderstanding, that misconception. For one, there's two reasons. One of them is that the way a lot of people think about homosexuality, especially other Muslims who are criticizing people like me, they see homosexuality as this super sexual thing. Alright, like sexuality is in the name, homosexuality, right, or bisexuality, but it's not that, you know. It's not about promiscuity, and it's not about sleeping around, and you know, it bothers me because it kind of looks down upon gays and lesbians and bisexuals as people who are just driven by desire, and really, we're just like everybody else, you know, we're just like straight people, that we have our positives and negatives, and there's love, and there's sex, and you know, there's a whole spectrum of expression of that, and there's in my opinion, there's good ways of expressing one's sexuality, and then there's bad ways of expressing that. And the reason people get so upset about me bringing in a pro-LGBT interpretation of Islam has to do with this part, has to do with this stereotype that people have of, especially gay men, of homosexuality and bisexuality, and what that means. Another reason I think I get a lot of negative feedback from other Muslims is because I'm somehow driven by my desires. Like, this is a misconception, right? That it's all about my lust and satisfying those desires to be with another man. You know, like things like, oh, of course you feel that way because you're gay. You know, no wonder you have a pro-LGBT stance. You know, you just want to satisfy your lust, and it's not about that. It's not driven by you know, a desire to have sex, right? You know, it's not about that, and it really frustrates me when people bring that up, because it's like talking to a brick wall. You know, people have these misconceptions about where I'm coming from. They see me as coming from, first of all, you know, coming from this scary thing called homosexuality, where like everybody is like doing crazy stuff, and then there's this thing about me like just wanting to nitpick and window shop on interpretations just to find that one that allows me to have sex with a guy. You know, it's all about desire and sexuality, but it's not. It's not about that. It's not about finding interpretations that satisfy my lusts and desires. It's more about finding ones that give meaning to my sexual orientation. It's not about a desire for sex. It's about a desire for meaning. And I hope people can understand that. It's very easy being a straight Muslim, because you have those meanings already embedded in normative interpretations of Islam. You know, you can get married, you have this way of courting another person, you know, you have this whole process of engagement and marriage and family, and talk about love, but whenever it comes up, whenever homosexuality comes up, it's just sexual. And you know what, I'll be honest with you, like, Islamic scholars, straight Islamic scholars, seem to talk more about my genitals than a gay man would. You know, like that's how I feel sometimes. And gay men, of course, don't always talk about men's genitals. It's more than that, right? It's more than that. And here we have, like, scholars, like, talking about my genitals, you know. Like, every time my homosexuality comes up, it's always about my genitals and where they may or may not be, and what I may or may not do with them. It's just obsession that is stupid, you know? And when love is a very private matter, you know, sexuality is a very, very private matter. So basically that's all I wanted to talk about, was about this misunderstanding people have of when I bring up pro-LGBT interpretations of Qur'an. Basically, in a nutshell, it's me wanting meaning to my sexual orientation, that has something more, it means more than just fighting this part of me to reject it, you know. It's more about me trying to find, how do I word that? It's more about me trying to find peace with this other part of me, to reconcile that with my other identities, especially as a Muslim. So anyway, I hope this video helps in some way, making conversation easier with other Muslims, and I hope I can, I hope this is food for thought for other gay, bi, and lesbian Muslims out there when they talk about homosexuality and bisexuality. Hope this helps. Anyway, until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.